our purchases at Bendigo.
So we got there pretty early. When we first walked in one of the main halls, it wasn't busy. It soon, within that hour, got busy.
Yeah.
So we got in and okay. Would you like to start first? Because you're a bit more.
Yeah, I'll start. So the first one we went to was, and we didn't really have a plan. We just sort of hit a building, and it was like, oh, yarn.
Wow.
And we went to Zago. That was our first purchase. And so she has an online presence, and she had some La Bien-Aimée, and I and Bichet Bush actually. So that's what I got. So I got Bichet Bush, Le Petite Lamb's Wool, and I got 3 skeins of that. And because I was inspired by Bec's pink velvet plans, so I got this Ching fibre. This two different ones because I couldn't make up my mind which one I would like better with the grey. So I got Lemonade and Piglet. This is Lemonade, this is Piglet.
Lemonade?
Yeah, Lemonade. Doesn't really look like, it's weird.
As in
Lemonade.
pink lemonade, I suppose?
I know. Oh yeah, pink lemonade, there you go. And then Piglet. So either way, so Ching fibre, this fluffy is the yarn that she uses in the yoke of pink velvet.
The actual
brand
that
she
used.
So and she used Ching fibre for the body as well, but I figured this one should work. So, and I'm not sure what I'll do with the other skein that I don't choose, but I'm sure I'll do something kind of colour work.
Help Tash decide what. Oh.
Yeah,
help Tash decide which one she should utilise
for the pink velvet.
One.
Those two or those two. I think either will be beautiful, but I'd love to hear what you think. So that's what I got from there, and then I left, and then I came back because it was a little sale basket. And Bec was looking at this one for her daughter, but she just wasn't sure for like a sweater for one of her daughters, whether she would love it or not, or wear it. It's a little, like it's not.
It's nice.
It's nice.
I don't
it's
think
nice.
It's scratchy.
It's not scratchy, but kids are different. Like kids can be. I mean, my son, right? He was cold on Friday, so I had a different color affection, the one I was wearing, and I had another one in this kind of grey and yellow color, and I gave that to him. Tosh Merino light, and he's like, I can't wear it, Mum. It's itchy. I was like, you serious? Tosh Merino light. Anyway, he's obviously he's a princess in the pea, very sensitive neck. But so kids can be a little bit funny about things like that, but this is, to me, totally fine. I love it. So this was on sale, so this is 20% off. So I got a sweater's quantity of this, and they had one extra kind of random neutral skein in there, in the basket. So I got 5 skein, this is like a, what is it called? It's the Le Gros lamb's wool, I don't know how you say that. But it's 192 meters in each skein, so that's 900. I've got 950 meters of that, and then this one, I don't know whether I would like. That's definitely enough to do a whole sweater. I could use some of that for colour work, or I could.
Not that I do for a hat. Like on people's foreheads. I think it wouldn't worry me, but then I'm fine.
Oh,
I mustn't be that sensitive.
No, that wouldn't bother me at all. So I could dye that. I don't really dye yarn, but I know how to. So I could dye that to another colour to go in with that, like as a darker if I wanted something, or I could just make something with that. I haven't decided yet, but I reckon it doesn't actually have any gauge, but given the yardage and it's like a 4.5 mil needle, I reckon that's a 10 ply. Yeah, 192 meters, especially if it's wool and spun. Might even be a 12 ply. Anyway, we'll see what I do. I haven't decided yet.
Maybe you could let Tash know.
Yeah. What do you reckon? If you've knit anything with Legro lamb's wool, what have you knit with it? Bichet Bush. Yeah,
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's lovely. So that was from Zago. Then there was another stand, Fibre Arts Shed, and they had this yarn that is like, it's wool held with 90% wool and then 10% sari silk. And they had it knit up in, so that's 60 grams, which is 180 meters, and it says a 4 ply. So I thought that might be nice as colour work for something at some point.
They were really nice people.
They were nice, weren't they? Lovely, yeah.
I wanted to go back and buy some of their fibre, but I just...
Yeah, we got a bit. Going back afterwards, sometimes if you walk past, you're like, I've done 10 different barns. So what else have I got? So this yarn here, this is from Swish Yarns. And this is I don't know what that's called. Is it called apricot? It looks apricot to me, but it doesn't, it's just got a number, 356. but it's an apricot colour, and that's the one that I want to like for my Stephen West exploration station. I was looking for something that matched what he used Tosh Merino like reindeer, and because that's a single ply 4-ply wool, I thought that would work. So
there's not actually many apricot yarns.
There weren't that many. Yeah, we were looking in
the
whole thing. And look, I'm not normally an apricot
That's
girl.
the least speckled. There was some speckled, but you didn't want highly speckled.
Yeah, that one just had a little bit of different depth. So that's. I just got one skein from Swiss Yarns. I could have got more. They did have some really nice yarns, but I just picked up the one there. Sorry, I'm still going. There's a few. This is Oyster Yarns. This is a merino. No, not merino. It's a mohair silk. It's called Fluff. I got 3 skeins of this, and that is 420 meters. So I bought this yarn, Hedgehog Fibers Twist Sock, from my local yarn store, Skein Sisters, in this grey colourway. I think it's called Concrete. And then I bought this really nice lavender purple yarn that I've been talking about using for my sole. You know how about having the pink sole and the purple sole. So that and it's kind of like a light lavender purple. But then when I knit it together with the concrete, it actually looked worse. Each yarn looked worse, similar to what was happening with my sorrel. It just didn't. The two didn't go well together. So I thought this, because it's such a deep, like midnight purple, I thought that might look nice. And if it doesn't go with the concrete, I'll find something else to do with it. But I just think it's really pretty. So I got that, and it was a really good price. Like that was $22.50, which for a mohair silk, that's very reasonable. So I got 3 of those. I'm still going. So I'll just with the yarn. Okay, I'm sort of trying to do it in the order. This is my massive purchase.
You bought a sheep.
I bought a sheep. So this yarn, it's just wool. It's Karoa fibers, and it was on sale. So it was it's 500 grams. I have no idea how long it is, but they did say it was a DK weight, and it was $75, and it was now $50. I don't know why, maybe, but it feels really fine. Like it's a bit toothy, but it's totally fine.
Really...
It's so nice and squishy. And then I thought if I have any leftovers from this pink, that would go really nicely together.
All the white.
All the white.
Oh,
yeah,
the
white. Yeah.
Again,
yeah.
Or
a 3 colour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway,
depends how much you have left of that after you do something with it.
Yes. So I wouldn't start this until I've finished whatever I was making with this,
on that.
and I know how much I've got left. So yes, but it was so funny because Bec and I were at the booth, and she's like, "Right, we're going now," and I was like, "I just want to go back." And all right, I'm going.
No, I don't need it. I don't need it. So we get to the door. I think we'll go with this.
And I was like, you know what, I'm just supposed to buy this.
Just go get it.
And I am driving home, so I don't have to worry about the plane flight issues that Bec has. So it'll be fine.
It's just a good pillow, if nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. So there was that, and then I think my last yarn purchase was Drover and Classer. And there wasn't much sport weight there. So this is a 5-ply sport. Which the gauge says 24 stitches, and I've got 2 of these. The colourway is Vintage Rose, and that's going to be for the Anna T, which I've shown before, but it's just a really nice saddle shoulder top, and I'm going to make that out of it. So it was really nice to just buy that and go. And you know what? And she was running out of colourways. Like because I needed 2 skeins. There was a lot of I've got one of those. I've got one.
Yeah,
of those.
there's a couple of colours you like, but there's one left.
One left. Yeah. So, but this one looked nice. So, and I do like. As you know, I like a light pink.
There's mainly a theme.
There is a theme. There's a pink. Yeah, although this was my sort of unusual, my rusty kind of idea. Now is that? Oh, so that's it for yarn, because you haven't shown your non-yarn stuff yet, have you? Like
I can show you yarn.
Oh, you haven't shown your yarn. You haven't shown anything yet. Should I do my non-yarn, or should we do yarn and then non-yarn?
Yarn and then non-yarn.
Yarn and non-yarn. Okay, so is that it for my yarn?
I think so.
Okay, I think that's it for my yarn. I know it should be.
If there's anything else,
we'll add it. Okay, so now Bec's yarn.
Okay, so we went into Ziggo Zago first, as Tash had said, and she had a lot of wonderful different yarns. War collection, Lettlopi and a May, Ching, her own. There was another one from France that did coloured speckles. I've never seen it before. It was lovely. Who else did she have? She had obviously Bush and a few others. Anyway, so she had a lot of stuff there and it was lovely. She was a really interesting lady, had great. Oh, we took some photos of her.
she's beautiful. Did you take some?
I took a photo of her, so I'll send that through to Tosh so she can put it up on the screen.
And what she was wearing.
And she was cool. Like she had this hair that she coloured pink, and then she had this beanie on, and then she had gorgeous. She was selling really nice earrings. She didn't make them, but someone else in her area had made them, and they're really nice. And it was a Stephen West jacket jumper thing that she had on. It was. And we saw a couple of them walking around that day. No, it wasn't a pinguino. It was something else.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Anyway, we'll put a picture up.
Yes.
I'll find it and send it through to Tosh. Anyway, she just looked really colourful and she was so nice. Really nice lady. And I don't know if it was her son that was working in the booth with her, but there was a fellow there helping her out. And he had a flax light cardigan, a jumper that he didn't knit. I asked that question. I think she must have for him. It looked really nice, but just really nice booth. Anyway, so whilst we were in there, we met Karina from Louie and Lola, which we'll put a picture in. So it was nice because we've spoken about her before. And she was buying. It was so good. I said to her and Tosh, I said, we don't feel guilty about buying yarn because this lady makes great yarn and she's still buying yarn
from other people. Yeah.
There you go. Anyway, so I was looking around. I had no real plans for anything, and I saw this in her. It was actually in a sales bin. It's Zigo Zago. It's baby alpaca, 42%, 13% fine merino, 10% yak, and 35% silk. So I think that must add up to 100. Anyway, it's just lovely dual tone colours mixed with some dark, like some black as well, which I really loved. And I just thought, I've got to grab that, but what will I do with it? And Tosh was knitting a while back a birds of a feather cardigan. Shawl. Yeah. That I liked. I just like the lightness and area.
I'll grab it while you're talking. It's just
So just for those that don't know it, it's a shawl that's designed by Andrea Mowry. It holds fingering and a mohair, and it's quite large. You need typically 1.5 skeins of fingering and then 1 skein of a mohair. So I decided that that's what I'd do. And I really would like the jewel tones of the mohair to shine. So I wanted to put it with something that would allow that to happen. So I didn't buy this at Zigo Zago. This is, we looked for a fair while before we could find a black. Yeah. This is Coal Girl Collective, and she had a lovely booth as well. And this yarn is her, it's called Plateau 4-ply fingering. It's 60% superwash merino, 20% silk, and 20% yak. It's in the colour blackety block. Blackety block?
Blackety black, probably.
Blackety black. Oh gosh. I haven't had much to drink since I need my glasses. So anyway, so it had really nice shine. So I bought 2 of those, and I was a bit, I don't really want to buy 2 if I'm only going to use 1.5. But then we got thinking. So that's sort of making.
And that's going to be for one of these.
Yes.
So it does use 1.5 in the fingering, and 1 for the one of these.
Yeah. So I think that will be nice and something different and pretty. Yeah. So so that's what I bought there, and then I took a while to buy anything else after that. I was quite reserved, I thought. Then after lunch, I had some meat and it all kicked back in again. So the next thing we were on to a stall, stall with the Melbourne City Dye Works, which I've heard of, but I've never seen her wool. And she was really interesting and has some really cool bases with like Gotland and Masham, Corriedale. What else did she have that was in the mix there? Quite a few different things. What do they call the Icelandic sheep? What are they? The Gotland. The Gotland. Anyway, so I saw this, and after my experience with this Hopi sweater and how warm and wonderful, I was so pleased not to be carrying around a big puffer jacket with me all day. I could just put that on and I was fine. So I'm really impressed with that type of yarn. So I thought, okay, so I saw this, pretty good value, $25 for a honey skein. It's it's just a rustic hand non-superwash yarn. I thought, yeah, love this. I'm going to get 3 skeins of that and I'm going to do something. I don't know what, but that's what I'm going to do. Then we went into a different booth, and I had shown Tash this particular jumper, and I sent her a message and took a screenshot of it and said, Tash, I'm in love. This is my next must-have. It's amazing and it's just beautiful. And it's anyway. Okay, what's it called? It is called Secret Garden Sweater by Eleanor Mortensen, and I'll show you some photos so you understand. So that's it. And I think if anyone watches the sisters, what are they called?
Oh, Grocery Girls?
Yeah, those. Yeah. So I'd seen this. I'd sent Tash. I was watching that. I never watched their episodes because they're so long, but I did this one day, and one of them said, "Oh, there's this amazing jumper, and I'm so gonna knit it." And I thought, I bet you I know which one it was. So obviously, it's been well received. So it's just come out. So that's it. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna make that as the base. That is the base of it. But I thought, what I want in my head, what I want to achieve is I want the fence in like the dark, like the iron gate in like this dark yarn. And what I wanted to do is have it like, it was almost like a sunset behind it. And then I found this yarn and I thought, wow, that's got to be it, surely.
And look at the grey with that. It looks
and
so
the
nice.
grey, which
and then the
you see
leftovers
just at the end,
I'll hold these two.
is going to match in pretty well with that. And then my half a skein, which I'll probably do this first, so whatever's left, I'll do the birds of a feather. Yeah. This will be the fence line in it. So nice. It's all kind of worked out together. So I'm very excited about that. So I hope I haven't blabbed on too long about that. But anyway, that's how that came apart.
No, it's very beautiful.
And she was sharing a booth. They were side by side with this lady, Mavis Handmade, which I think most people would know of, especially down in Victoria. She had a lot of like resin products and really cool project bags. So I grabbed this project bag from her. You can see her logo in there. And I just love the 70s look with the corduroy and the mushies.
So soft too.
So I don't need another bag, but I bought one.
Why go straight?
Yeah, anyway. So that, and then I was trying to get some little presents for my daughters just because I'm away. So she had these little resin love hearts with sparkles, which is an absolute must for my littlest one. And she had some really nice little stitch mark. Well, they weren't stitch markers. I think they're row.
You can do them as either.
Whatever. Yeah. They'll use them for something else altogether. Just a heap of different little cutesy
unicorn
stitch markers. Stitch markers, which my girls will appreciate. So that'll be just thrown in there for them. And yeah. So I bought that from there, and then my last purchase of the day. I was feeling a little bit. No, I had plans. Everything I bought, this last purchase, I had specific plans for, which I thought of. Maybe the birds of a feather. I had in my head that I'd like to do it, but I hadn't voiced it. But the last place or person I really wanted to see was Vanessa from My Creative Garage. She's got some beautiful colours, and followed her for years. Anyway, whilst we were in there talking, having a good old chat, I purchased this beautiful emerald green mohair, which I have no plans for at the moment, but I just
How pretty
it.
is that green though? That's just like
because
gorgeous.
I think that will do another nice pink velvet or something like that.
Oh yeah, it would. Yeah.
But anyway, I don't have specific plans with it, so that's me done. I'm done.
And I haven't done my non-yarn purchases, so I'll just mention them now. They're up behind here. So for my daughters, I actually didn't write down the name of where this is from, so I'm sorry I don't know the name of the person who makes these, but they're these little magnet bracelet things.
They're really nice.
Yeah. So that's, they're really lovely. They're leather. Oh, yes, please. They're leather. So they're
reindeer leather.
Reindeer leather,
so it's soft as.
So beautiful. So this is this dark green, my daughter Mia, who I made the Felix pullover for, And that green actually would go really nicely with that. She loves that colour, so that's for her.
And the clasp, I'll just show you close up, is it's almost Celtic look. Celtic looking clasps, and it's magnetic, so it's really easy to put on and off. And then this one's like beaten silver, which you just move around as you want.
I didn't notice this one only had the clasp. I thought it had little bits on it, but it doesn't. This one's a plain one except for the clasp, and this one is for my other daughter Alex, if she likes it. If not, I'll have it. She'll let me know if she doesn't like it, so she's very like open about that's me or that's not me. Both of my girls actually are too, so look, I know Mia's going to love that one, hands down. That colour is totally for her. This one I'm not so sure for Alex, and if she doesn't like it, I'll like it, so I'll wear it, so and I'll just give her the money.
So that lady was selling quite a bit of and she had like blacks, browns. We should try and get maybe.
And she even makes them to whatever length you want, and I'll see if I can find the name and put it underneath. I'll probably be on my receipt somewhere.
Yes.
And so for that's for my girls. Zach's here with me, and I haven't really bought anything for him, but I'll probably pay for his computer upgrade or whatever one needs to happen to fix his computer. And we did do some other stuff too, which we'll talk about in a sec. But so we got some. That was so clever. They had in the that was actually not this.
That
one.
wasn't
this
them.
one. That wasn't them. It was someone else. This company here. What were they? I can't remember the name of the company. Earthly Organics, but Earthly is spelled URTHLY. In the bathrooms at the show, they had some of their soaps in there, and then they had like a little promo, like come.
I think life's too short to use crappy soap.
And so that's a bath bomb. Oh, it smells so good. And then they had this little, I won't open it, but it's got this little house with some nice soaps in it. And then we found another place called Queen Bee Handmade Soap. And
these are beautiful.
Yeah, these are.
Were these? How much were these? $10 each?
$5 each. $5.
Oh, these are good.
Are these half yours and these mine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I was going to say. I didn't think I bought 4. So those 2 are yours.
I think so.
And these 2 are mine.
Show me.
Yeah. One. Ylang Ylang and lemongrass and lime.
Yeah, I did buy lemongrass and lime. I bought the lavender.
Oh right. Okay. So these ones are mine. These ones are Beck's. Oh, they're so good. So you did. There's 2 more. So they're yours.
Yes.
Make sure I don't go home with them. And then the other thing is, because it's like a festival where it's not just wool, right? There are people in the whatever it is, the Bendigo wood turners incorporated. So I got this bowl, which I really like. This is Jarrah wood, and I like these sorts of bowls to put my little leftover yarn balls in. And that was $25, like Australian, which is probably about 18.
What's the
US? Jarrah. Yeah. So yeah, really nice. So, and somebody obviously handmade that. So that's, I think. Oh my gosh, is that it? Yeah. No, one more. But wait, there's more.
Of course it's not.
And this wasn't my last purchase, but I actually walked past this one. I wasn't really in the shopping for bags. But how pretty is this bag?
Handmade,
and it's got these like pockets on the outside, and this really lovely fabric on the inside, and like a little pocket and a zipper pocket. And they even sold, I didn't buy any interchangeable ones, but they sold more of these kinds of ones that you can swap them out with. And yeah, I just think that's actually, like, for me, that's just a really nice day bag.
Yeah.
That,
canvas.
Canvas. Yeah, it's really, really nice. So I think that is actually it for purchases. So there you go. It did come to an end. You thought I would never finish, but we did. So
it's 51 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so that was Friday.
So today's Saturday.
Today's Saturday. We decided we had done enough on Friday. We didn't need to, we were starting to flag a bit by the end.
Yeah.
But that was it that we bought.
But we got there at 9 till we went till 5. So and we enjoyed it.
Full day.
It was a really lovely crowd. Yeah, there's lots of great store holders that were really passionate about what they were doing,
and there was I would have got some from that alpaca.
They were great. They were family, and they were producing and milling, which there was a few of.
They had alpaca and possum,
alpaca and camel, cashmere, and then alpaca merino. Their yarns were beautiful.
Did you get a card from them?
I did.
Okay, good.
I did.
I'd like to
plug them because the wife did the milling. I forget the lady's name. The husband did something else. Maybe he did
It was
more
a
of
whole family business.
and the
Husband and
daughter
wife and the
was
daughter.
the dyeing.
Oh, was she? Okay.
I thought that's what you told me.
Yeah, no. I think so.
Anyway, so they were producing really beautiful stuff. And
But that
Joanne
was like at
started-
the end of the day, we were both kind of, we'd already spent a lot and we were also starting to flag a little bit.
I feel, it's a bit of a shame the way it works. I hope sometimes that the crowds move in different directions because the
They might
two,
have hit them first.
we came in the back entrance and we just
Yeah,
walked
you're
up to
right.
the top and we saw the two big pavilions, and that's just where we naturally went. I'd say that's what most people would do. So it's a shame that you would hope that there would be an equal distribution of people hitting
the different stalls, yeah.
Yeah, so that there wasn't that same situation. I'm guessing it probably would be. But look, I think everyone was doing well, and I think
Yeah.
everyone
It's busy.
will do well by Sunday. So
And with the weather and
it's gorgeous. So
yeah.
it's great.
Right, so just our whips, what we're working on, because we are knitting. There's been time to do a little bit of knitting in between shopping.
Yes, you're not much, but yes. So I was madly finishing those mittens on the way down the plane. I was weaving in the ends inside, a bit of a
Really? I
mess.
didn't even realise you only just finished.
Yeah, I just got them done. And so then I had no time to pack anything else, so I was just throwing stuff in. So I thought I'll do my next muscle bra, and so that's it. Just started. So this is a really nice, it's walk collection. It's a Merino / mohair mix, which in a colour which I love, so that'll be nice. So that, and still going on this thing, I'm just doing the sleeves now on this lace weight ranunculus, which is really difficult to show, but yeah.
Oh, it's looking really good.
So it'll be finished soon. I don't know why I had this brain block, this mental block about picking up stitches on the sleeves, and it's
just, you need to focus. You can't talk. Talk while you're doing it.
And because it's lace weight, it's a bit messy. Like if I was doing something that was thicker yarn that you would see the joint of the underarm, I'd probably have been a little bit more studious of how I picked up. But it's so difficult to see it that I thought, well, if I'm having trouble seeing it, doing it, then no one's going to see it when I'm wearing it. So I just went for it. So that's that. Yeah.
Anything else? No other whips on the needles?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have, so I finished that ranunculus and I have another one on the needles. And, oh yes, so this is the Hedgehog Fibers yarn in, I can't remember the name, but it's the free yarn that my that Skein Sisters gave away. And Bec and I each picked up one skein, we both picked the same colour. And this was the one I was trying to hold with the sorrel, but it ended up being a really muddy and bad match. But it's actually really gorgeous.
Which is weird because it is the most beautiful colour.
It is, but yeah, this is what it looks like fully. So Bec, actually, this is your first?
This is my first muscle bra. This is what sold Tash on the muscle bra, flurry. And I love this. And
gorgeous.
And it suits, and I think it would suit most people. It's got a rich enough colour that it's doesn't wash me out because I tend to get washed out by things. I love it.
It's beautiful. So that's
surprising.
a much better.
Yeah, I think that it'll suit Tash more than this one.
Yeah,
I
it's just
think
a little bit brighter.
See, if I put this on me,
yeah,
I think you'll see what I mean about washing me out. Oh, well.
No, that one's heaps better though. It's not bad, but that one's fine. Yeah,
but
that one's better. Just the brightness.
Yeah, I think for me,
better.
it's nicer that deeper.
And this one has the bigger pops of some bright pink, whereas this one is much more sort of uniform.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, they're actually quite.
Yeah, it's like that. It's got more green in it actually. I was going to say it's like a washed out version of this, but it's got more green in it.
I mean, it's still nice, but it's probably not the best one on me. And this is a much better use for this yarn than what I was trying to do with the sorrel. So I'm past the increases now on that, so that's happy days, and I'll probably do a bit of that on the way home. Although I might do a bit more on my sorrel. So that's one work in progress. The other work in progress is another pair of skimmer socks. Oh, because I was going to report those blue skimmer socks, they do not fall down. I've worn them all day and they are fantastic. So they are way better than the commercial socks.
Okay.
So I was like, yes, I'm going to make some more. The interesting thing that I noticed though is, and I'm making them with a second version with some leftovers that my aunt gave me, and I'm pretty sure this is Hedgehog Fibers twist sock. And that has a really tight twist. So I'm going to hold that up really close so if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. It's got a really tight twist on it. And I had a bit of a princess in the pea moment. So the ones that I finished, that tight is a similar tight twist. And I can just feel the twist in the pearl bumps under my feet. Isn't that just ridiculous? But I can, and it's a little uncomfortable. So I think I'm going to finish this one, obviously, because I've got two. This one's this far, and I've started the second one, and it's about here. I'm just sort of working on each one a little bit at a time. I did a bit of this in the car on the way down. And
I like that.
it's I'm happy with how it's going, but I'm curious to try it again with a softer yarn, because I definitely want to make more of these, because they're such a. I'm really happy to report that it is a really good pattern. So it's a free pattern, Skimmer Socks Revisited. If you are looking for socks that are no-show socks that don't fall down, don't end up halfway under your foot, it's a winner. And it uses 34 grams.
I was going to say, so would you, if you knit that in, so like reverse, so that was the outside, would that?
That is a really good idea.
Because if you are so sensitive.
Totally do that, isn't it? I mean, obviously the V's, but I think it's actually the tight twist, so you'll even feel it on the V's as opposed to the pearl bumps. I might try. I could try wearing the other ones inside out and see how they go. Isn't that what you do? Like when they're dirty, because they are dirty. Maybe I'll wear them inside out on the way home. Yeah. And then, but that's with undies. It's like inside out, and then the other way around. Anyway, we're not going to get into that.
Don't take it that far.
That's my second work in progress. And my last work in progress, actually it's not my last, but I'm just not going to show the other ones. I've still got the purple ranunculus, but I haven't done the beatnik purple, not beatnik, the yarn I used for beatnik. The Barocco Remix purple ranunculus is still on the needles. And I haven't done any more on that, but I probably will coming up. So this is my sorrel, yay! I finished the body. So I'll just quickly try it on so you can see it. So I've got the body, I just finished the body now. So I've got the body and one sleeve done. So I think actually this is what I'll probably do on the drive home. It's an 8-hour drive home, and I'm going to share the driving with my mum and my aunt. So I'll probably get at least 5 hours of knitting driving. So so the body's done. I'm so much happier with it. Now it's like blocked up to here. This is the yarn that was unwound, and I was lazy. This is a bit of a problem. I'm sure it'll be fine. I've said that before.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It better be fine. So this was unknit and re-knit, which is this patch here from here to here.
It's a bit bumpy.
It's a bit bumpy.
Bubbly.
Yeah, definitely bubbly and like mushy. And from here down is unknit yarn, but not blocked. So nothing's been blocked since about here. So when I get, I don't know. I'm going to do the other, maybe when I get home. So I've got this sleeve done and the body, and I'll work my way down. I won't get the whole sleeve finished in the car. It's more than 5 hours of knitting, but I'll get a good way done, I reckon, on the way home. And yes, that will definitely, by the next podcast, this will be a finished object. And I'm confident this is going to block out. The other thing I didn't bring in was the Eucalan. I forgot to bring in I bought some Eucalan, which is, it's a what do you call it? Like a dishwasher, hand washing, yarn washing thing. And it's a smell sensitive thing. It's got a really nice grapefruit smell. So so that's, I'm a 1-hour bandit at the moment.
But it looks great.
It's just so much better with this colour.
So she's a pink, a yellow, a blue, and a green's next.
Sorry for that. So I have a blue sorrel, I have a yellow sorrel, I will have a pink sorrel, and I still have my purple one.
To go.
I haven't made the purple one. Oh yeah, that's right, because we were talking about what's the next one. I have a purple one planned with that mohair that didn't work with the hedgehog concrete. So I will make a purple one. But I've learnt my lesson. I am not going to do again where I don't swatch with the mohair and that's just not going to happen again. I'm going to make sure I always swatch, because you just can't, like even this, I mean, hello, that should be fine, right? That should be fine, like really, but I will still do it. It's the speckles that, and when you've got like that brown just made it look muddy, that should be fine, really. But I want to swatch and gauge anyway.
I reckon that'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, it should be. But I'm still going to, like even that, like I'm going to swatch that, right? In my head, that's going to be great, but it should be, but I'm going to swatch. So, and also I want to swatch anyway because linen, and I've never knit linen with silk.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Silk, so just to
It'll
see
be
how
real
it goes.
juxtaposition of two different very
Yeah, really different, like very.
That would be so nice by itself though.
I know. So that was the other thing. If this doesn't work together, that's still enough. 500 meters, 520 meters. That's enough for a top by itself. And I'm almost tempted to just because it's so pretty as well by itself.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my hello yarn on the floor. Yeah, that's it for my works in progress.
Okay.
Yeah. Life stuff. It's
life.
Our trip is
it's kind of coming to an end, so it's sad. But we've had a lovely time. It's been.
It's good to catch up.
Yeah, it is.
And we didn't get to go to we didn't need to go to the festival again today, but we went to the mine.
I went to Bendigo mines. Yeah,
town.
went for a walk. We stopped. There were some really beautiful old buildings in Bendigo.
I bought some dessert for tonight.
Yeah.
We're going
to the market.
We're going to take a photo of the what we bought the dessert, and I'll put it up there before we get into it.
It's pretty spectacular bakery, and it's made on site, so it's actually not shipped in from somewhere else. It's actually made out the back of this shop.
And we have the market to go to tonight.
Yeah, and just like we said, beautiful buildings. So if you're looking to, a weekend away and you're in Victoria or somewhere else, I really recommend to come down here.
Yes,
well, so how was the drive down from Sydney? Was it okay?
Yeah, it was fine. I think because not one person drove, so there was 3 of us sharing the driving, and it was about 9 hours to Melbourne, so it was like 3 hours each.
Yeah,
and if I'm not driving, I'm knitting, so as long as I don't have to look, I just choose whatever pattern. Yeah. So we just went by and we chatted, and it was fine.
Good. It's
easy driving.
Really good. And there were some other people that we knew that were coming down with other friends. So it would be it's a really great trip for friends, knitting friends, I think.
Yeah.
To all share the driving, and then you can get really good Airbnbs. We've got a lovely little house here in Bendigo.
And then you've got a car to get around.
Yeah, so it's a really nice getaway.
Yeah, and then Bec's flying back to Brisbane on tomorrow, and we're driving back to Sydney tomorrow, and then I'm on my cruise on Monday.
She's off again on holiday.
So I get back at 6 o'clock at night, probably, like after the driving, and then at 11 a.m. my friend's picking me up, and we're going on the cruise, 4-day cruise, so Monday to Friday next week. And that's my last week before I'm back at school on Monday. So
it starts again. We've already gone back to school in Queensland, so my kiddos are back into it.
And you'll be back flying again. When's your next flight? When you're back flying again?
About a week.
Okay, so you have a little bit of time.
I've got the kids for the first half of the week, and then they go for the second half, and I'll probably make myself available to do some extra work. Yeah. I think I'll go to Darwin and back again next flight, so something like that. Yeah.
So that's what's coming up.
So we have to. We're kind of thinking. Actually, no. I said to Tash at the end of the day, I said it's probably a good thing we're not looking at doing our next big.
We were talking about Rhinebeck together in like 3 and a bit years,
because it will take me this long to get through.
Not 3 years.
Well, I've got a lot at home, and I've just added to the pile. So
you've got that beautiful yarn of stash.
I bought some, but I didn't overbuy, so I was happy with that. And I think that's the key.
Most things have plans too, and I feel like mine do as well. There's a couple of things that I'm a bit like, I'm not sure, that will be, but I got a sweater quantity. But it's nice actually, some of them to actually go, I know the sweater, I'm ready to swatch when the pattern comes out, or whenever I'm ready, I'm going to make it.
I do think it's key to go with it, just at least a couple of items that you would like to knit to these kind of events, so that you do have a sense of buying with purpose, and you'll always pick up the odd skein of beauty because you just can't walk away from it. But then I think with what I did, I mean, this is a bit out of the box because I'm.
Oh yeah, you were thinking about
So Ashford had a really good stall there, and it was really busy. The poor ladies in there, I think, were going to be absolutely just exhausted by the end of the 3 days. But they had their e-spinners there. They had treadles. They had needle felting,
looms,
everything. And I'm kind of interested in getting into the spinning. My mum's a spinner, and I've tried to spin on her wheels, but the footwork is what's killing me getting into it, feeling like I'm making progress. So I had also thought that I'm conscious of how much time I'm sitting. So between my job flying and between knitting, I'm conscious of how much time I think I sit on my bum. So I thought that I have the option that if I got a knee spin or something like that, I could stand. It's something I could take with me on overnights and do, but not be sitting. I mean, I'm sure I'll sit, but the options there, and it's portable, it's small, and it's one less
So that's a plan for
trick.
them.
So that, but they are
They're pricey.
expensive.
Yeah.
They are kind of really. I've got to really think hard about it and how I'd manage that if I did it. But and I've got plenty of yarn to get through now. So anyway, it's nice to have dreams.
Yes. So we back to reality for Bec a bit quicker than me. I've got a few days still off, which will be nice. But I'm going to try and upload this before I head off on the cruise, and then I'll do another video when I get back.
Yeah, because you'll have lots of knitting done after a 4-day cruise, I would imagine.
Yes, I think so.
That'd be good.
So yeah. Well, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and yeah, hopefully Bec will be able to be on again soon sometime. He'll be do a trip to Brisbane or something. So
Yeah, that'd be great. Lovely to spend some time with you. And to everyone else that was at the festival, I hope they had a great time. And safe driving home for everyone, including the vendors. Don't want any accidents after these things.
No.
Yeah.
Safe travels for everyone. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.
My father made the wheel for me over 50 years ago. When they've taken the video, take a look at this.